What's up guys, how you all doing? So I am back for another video, 2 videos in 1 week. This is a seriously special occasion. Now I am live streaming, so you can go ahead and ask questions in the comments or on the chat, and hopefully I will be able to come back to you at the end of the stream and answer some of your questions. So yesterday I was out at work all day. I got in and I'd had a serious amount of deliveries that I'm super excited to tell you about. So I went on Instagram. Please make sure you're following me. I do loads of stories every single day about my personal life and work life and everything else, and of course technology. And I said, look, do you want me to make a video about all of these things? And the result was something like 95%, and there was quite a few votes. So I am going to go through all of the things that I got. So do we start off with the least exciting or the most exciting? And I guess there's obviously a difference between what I say is exciting and you can't. What's up guys, how you all doing? I am back for another video. I did tell you that this setup would enable me to make more videos, and it has. So I'm back. Now yesterday I was out at work all day. I got in and I had this mountain of deliveries, and I kind of unboxed a bunch of stuff and showed what it was on my Instagram story, which please do make sure you're following me on. And I thought, oh, maybe I should just get on and do a YouTube video of these things. You know, I've really got to get back into the gist of just making videos. So now I've got this live streaming thing set up. Yes, we are live right this moment, so forgive me if I get anything wrong. I thought, right, I'm going to jump on, I'm going to do a video. But before I did a poll on my Instagram, and I said, who wants me to make a video about this little tech haul that I've got? And the results were fairly overwhelming. So here I am. Yes, some people definitely did say we don't want to see any more of you, which is fine. But most of you did want to see this little video. So let me take you through some of the cool stuff that I got. Now, things that are cool to me might not be cool to you, so please do forgive me if that is the case. But when I got in yesterday, I was so excited to see all of this stuff. I really was. So let me take you through some of it. Now, the question is, do I start off with the boring crap, not crap, but the boring stuff, or do I start off with the cool stuff? I'm not too sure. I think we'll start off with, let's start off with something quite basic. So this thing here, can everyone in the live stream let me know that this is all working okay, by the way? It's quite funny actually, because I still use the little Apple docks to put my phone on, like when I charge it at night and even during the day as well, because you can put it on your desk, and as notifications come in, they flash up and you can just read them, and everything's very easy to use, and obviously it's charging your phone at the same time. So quite a while ago I thought, I wonder if they do anything like that for USB-C, obviously not Apple, but another company, and I found that they did, and they're very cheap on Amazon, and they come in very Apple-esque packaging, which is, I think, is quite amusing. And they just call it a dock. But this one, although identical to Apple's dock, this one is for USB-C, like I said. So let me just show you. I'm sure all of you will have seen the Apple versions of these before. They're just a tiny little dock, just like that. But instead of having the Apple Lightning connector on, they've got USB-C. And then at the back, they've got a USB-C port. So you simply plug in your USB-C port there, and then you put your phone on top, and again, it sits up and just faces you nicely, like on your desk or something like that. So very, very cool. They come in a load of different colours. I opted for the black one. So yeah, it's just a kind of basic black colour. But I just think they're really cool, and they just make your phone look nice and presented, whether on your bedside table or whether on your desk. Whatever the case may be, you can clearly see everything coming in, and I just like them. They're cool. I'll leave a link in the video description where you can get those from. Now, let me go on to something a little bit different next up. So, for years, I have been using this thing here, and you're probably wondering, what the hell is that giant heatsink of a device? But what this actually is, let's see if I can get this to focus. This is a Thunderbolt 2 to 10 gigabit Ethernet adapter. So on this side here, you get 2 full 10 gigabit Ethernet adapters, And on the other side, you get a Thunderbolt 2 in and a Thunderbolt 2 out. But look at the size of this thing, and it is heavy as well. It really is heavy. So I've been using it. It's been stuck behind the desk, which gave me my full 10 gigabit Ethernet, which I've loved, and it's been great. And it's made by a company called Sonnet, who also make the eGPUs that I use. Now, recently, they have sent me out the new updated version of that for Thunderbolt 3. And this is it. It's quite funny because look at the difference in size, and if I could tell you about the difference in weight, I would. This one, although only a single port, this one is a full-blown 10 gigabit Ethernet adapter, but this time cable built in going to Thunderbolt 3. So because Thunderbolt 3 is 40 gigabits per second, this is 10 gigabits per second, this can easily do the full 10 gigabit. Now, my Mac Mini has actually got 10 gigabit built into it, so I don't any longer need it, but I quite often use this for my laptop. If I want to transfer data from one of my 10 gigabit QNAP devices extremely quickly, then I use this. I plug it in, boom, off I go, and I can copy stuff at 10 gigabits per second. So that's literally 1,000 megabytes per second, which is insane. Super fast speeds. So what else can I talk to you guys about? Let me tell you a little bit about something else. So CalDigit, this is not sponsored, by the way, this is just my personal opinion, make the most incredible accessories for USB-C Thunderbolt type devices. Now, I've had this particular device, which is the TS3 Plus, for quite some time, but because my Mac Mini is space grey, I wanted a space grey version of it, and they do this in a space grey. So this is it. Now, this is such a badass device. It really is. Let me just see if I can show you the front of it. So what you get here is you get the SD card reader on the front, microphone, headphone, USB-C, and USB-A at 5 gigabits per second. So really, really awesome device. And look how nice it looks as well in space grey. It really does look sensational. And then round on the back here, sorry, I'm looking at the back, you get a whole bunch more other ports. And when I say a whole bunch more, I mean an absolutely ridiculous amount of ports. It is a sensational device and so small. So on the back here, you get 4 USB-A 5 gigabit per second ports. You get a USB-C 10 gigabit per second port. You get a optical audio port. You get a 1 gigabit Ethernet port. You get a display port, and you also get 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports. So you can plug one in and then you can loop it straight back out again to be able to, so it doesn't take up a full slot. So this, the TS3 Plus from CalDigit, I honestly can't recommend their equipment enough. It's so fantastic. I've used it for years and years and years and years and years, and it has never, touch wood, let me down. So that is super exciting. Now, what was even more exciting from CalDigit is this bad boy. Now, for those of you that have been watching my videos for a long time, especially my setup videos, you will know that I have had 2 of the Thunderbolt 2 versions of this for a very long time, 16 terabyte Thunderbolt 2 versions. This one is a 32 terabyte Thunderbolt 3 version. It's called the CalDigit T4, and trust me, this is a badass piece of kit. This thing is absolutely sensational. Now, I can't show you it right now because it's plugged in and I'm actually using it at the moment, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful device. The only criticism I do have is that I wish it came in space grey instead of the silver, but it still looks divine. Now, this thing's got 4 drives in it. You can have RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5. You can have loads of different RAID type, Thunderbolt 3, and it can do 85 watt laptop charging as well, and in addition to that, it's even got a display port built into it, so you can actually plug a monitor into your hard drive, which is bizarre, but you can. Whole bunch of different RAID configurations, and yeah, it's just the most tremendous looking device. You even get cables included as well, and Thunderbolt cables are actually quite expensive. Now, I always use the CalDigit cables, even when those yesterday. These are quite expensive, these cables, but I've had other cables from other manufacturers, I won't name them, and they've not been up to scratch, and the performance hasn't been as good either. So with those, I'm super happy knowing that I'm going to get incredible performance, incredible reliability, and a good amount of power over it should I want to charge something. They go up to 100 watts, I believe. Let's see if it says. Yeah, 100 watt, 5 amp, 40 gigabit per second. Now, I'll tell you something else as well. I actually had a problem connecting devices under the desk on Thunderbolt 3 because the maximum cable length is 2 meters. However, what you can do is you can get one 2 meter cable, plug it into that, and then you can have another 2 meter cable coming out the other side, which means you can essentially have 4 meters worth of Thunderbolt 3 cable, which is great. Now, I've got some pictures on here. I've not done this before, so let me see if I can show you some pictures. So first of all, this is the Sonnet eGPU that I've got under the desk. It's actually covered in dust as well. I've got 2 of these, and these have got my RX 580 graphics cards in. Now, in addition to that, I've got one on one side, and then I've got one on the other side. In addition to that, I have also got my previous 2 CalDigits that are sat in my cupboard, and you guys know from my previous setups, I have been using these for a long time with 0 issue whatsoever. And last but not least, this one has actually seems to have moved position for some reason. I can't actually get to it. That's a shame. Okay, so I was going to show you it in situ, but anyway, let's just cut that over. So yeah, all in all, super happy with my little tech haul. I'm going to bring you some videos as well on the CalDigit stuff specifically. I want to show you some speeds that I get through the Thunderbolt 3 storage when it's set to RAID 0 specifically. Over 1,000 megabytes per second read and write. Sensational. Even on RAID 5, I think I was getting 800, which is incredible, and you still get 24 terabytes out of a 32 terabyte box. So yeah, anyway guys, that is it for my little haul video today. I'm going to head into these comments and see if anyone's got anything interesting to ask. Here we go. Are you in Thailand? No, I'm not in Thailand. Honest question, Adam, what do you use all of this storage for? So I am a bit of a hoarder in terms of data. I have got data going back over 15 years that I keep, and I keep a lot of it. I've got a lot of photos. I make a lot of videos as well, not for YouTube. I know everyone's going to make a joke, but outside of here I make loads of home videos, and I use like 4K. Like this camera I'm using now is a big Canon C300 Mark II, and I record in RAW, and the files are absolutely huge, and I keep everything. I also have a load of financial crunching figures that I keep as well that actually get quite big, and my YouTube stuff as well. I also keep a load of virtual machines on there as well that I replicate. It's kind of complicated, but I use all of my storage. Like, trust me, I use all of it. What else have we got here? The reason that my name is Mr. Thai Box is because I've been doing Thai boxing for 10 years at a competitive level, so that's why my name is that. What else have we got here? What's this? Oh, guys, I forgot one thing, and it's one of the coolest as well, and it comes in a completely nondescript box, but I'm going to explain to you what it is. So I've got this issue on my desk whereby I want it to stay clean. Not clean in terms of hygiene, clean in terms of stuff. So having chargers on my desk is a bit of a no-no. So what I decided to do was search for this. Not this specifically, but something like this. And what this is a wireless charger, but it's one that you can physically embed into your desk. So you drill a hole in your desk, you put that inside it, and the only bit that pokes out is this little rim all the way around the outside, which is probably about 3mm thick. And then you can place that in your desk. The cable drops out underneath and you plug that in somewhere. And I'm going to put 2 of these in my desk, so for symmetry. And I can have 2 wireless chargers built directly into the tabletop of the desk, which I think is very cool indeed. And again, I've left links to this down below. What they do is they provide you with a nut, a bolt, and a little stopper. And then you push that in, you put that underneath. That cable connects them together, and then they crunch down together so it doesn't move. But that is extremely cool, and I love the fact that I'll be able to have wireless charging just in my desk, no wires, no cables or anything going anywhere. It will look nice and clean, really tidy, and I'm super excited to give that a go. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What have we got? How's the Mac Mini setup compared to the previous? I'm thinking of doing it myself. To be honest with you, it's working great. I'm live streaming through it. I'm recording at the same time. I've got all my CCTV on it. I've got a whole bunch of other stuff going on it as well. And it's working pretty much flawlessly, I've got to tell you. So far, so good. And when I tell you, I have got... How much? I've got over 200 terabytes of storage plugged directly into my Mac Mini over Thunderbolt 3. In some cases, I'm converting down to Thunderbolt 2 for my older devices, but it's still connected 200 terabytes of storage. On top of that, you've also got the fact that it's got 2 external GPUs, RX 580 GPUs. I've now got the 32 gigabytes of RAM in it. It's just a beast of a machine. CCTV, I'm going to do a completely separate video on that for you guys very soon, so I'll skip that question. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your questions as well in the live chat. Let me know what you think about this new kind of format that I'm doing. It definitely gives me the ability to make a lot more content, so I'm hoping that the trade-off between the kind of prettiness of the panning and the tilting and all that kind of stuff against me actually making videos and you just having to look at my face is worth it. But let me know in the comments what you think. Is it working? You know, let me know. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're all looking forward to Christmas as much as I am. My favourite time of year. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace, guys. Take care.